On June 27, 2012, in the Pyromania update, the Babyface Blaster was added to the game alongside the public enemy set for the Scout class. The idea behind the weapon was simple: you lost a third of your clip size, it lowered your base speed movement by around 10% in return for a speed boost on hit that could be built up to a maximum of 30% additional movement speed at 100% charge, while also removing 25% of your speed boost upon a double jump. Those were the stats after the 2013 Two Cities update. Thus, the Scout could trade his vertical mobility for greater horizontal speed. As you could guess, this was quite powerful. The weapon quickly became a staple in the Scout's arsenal. The Babyface Blaster was considered one of Scout's best weapons, and it didn't look like that was gonna change soon. In comes the 2015 Gunmetal update. The Babyface Blaster received two major debuffs. The boost loss from a double jump was changed from 25% to 75%. This was a warranted change, further solidifying the trade of his vertical capabilities for better ground play and locking players into that playstyle. The second change, however, was not so sympathetic. Scout would now lose a portion of his speed boost when taking any kind of damage. What portion, you ask? Well, now it only takes a single pistol bullet to cut your speed boost in more than half. And considering in a busy game like TF2 there's a lot of potential of getting hit on every step of the way, such as running through a battlefield and got hit by a random bullet passing by, say goodbye to your speed boost. Took a bit of fall damage, say goodbye to your speed boost. Got set on fire by a small fire particle, well, in that case you might as well give up trying, since any attempt of regaining your boost will be unsuccessful till after the afterburn ends. With these changes, it was no surprise everybody gave up on the Babyface Blaster, writing it down as a relic of the past. And did much change within the 9 years after? Well, nowadays days you would be lucky to see anybody using this weapon in-game. And even if you do notice somebody giving it a try, it is most likely a free-to-play that thought the idea of extra speed sounded cool, not knowing the story behind the weapon. So is that it? Is this once god killer of a weapon now unusable, destined to be left in the dust? Well, let's test that. The first thing we need to understand is why it was changed the way it was. I mean, it's not like somebody in the Valve development studio played Russian roulette to see which weapon to nerf, vice versa for its stats. Somebody must have thought that this change was fair and didn't affect the weapon's main purpose. And so began my journey to find out if that was actually true. What did I find out? This weapon sucks. Every time I would start to build up the speed boost, I would immediately lose it. I tried playing passively, but when I did, I would just end up dipping out of any small encounter in fear of losing the one thing this weapon has going for it. And even that wasn't easy, since I ended up losing speed anyway due to my enemy simply shooting at me as I ran away, so that strategy wasn't going to work. No matter what I did, I could not end up getting in a situation where I would prefer the Babyface Blaster over any other scout weapon. At least with the other scatter guns, I wouldn't constantly be at a disadvantage. I proceeded to fail in a cycle of getting in whilst trying to remain my speed boost, but the harder the enemy shot, the harder it was to dodge, since I was losing speed throughout the process. It was as if I was a shooting target. The only thing Scout was known for, his dodging ability, was gone. There was no way I could afford not getting hit by the smallest things everywhere I went. But what if I didn't get hit? What if I don't care that you're shooting right at me? I'm gonna be gone by the time you readjust your crosshair. What if I don't care that I'm a smudge away from being dead? Your death is coming quicker. What if I don't care that you have teammates around? Neither you or they can hit me. And what if you do hit me? Why should I care? I'll just hit you with a direct and get my boost back right away. Remember, I have a shotgun. You can try to hit me, I dare you to do so, but keep in mind you can't hit what ain't there, and with my crosshair right on you ready to fire, just know that you're on borrowed time.
Must you crit?
I'm not kidding, this weapon is the biggest case of skill issue I have ever seen. The babyface blaster challenges the idea of simply not getting hit, none of that fancy vertical horizontal stuff. Simply put, you can't hit me, I can. Something that I didn't even consider is that it is a viable strategy to get as close, though risky at first. The closer you are, the further away you can get from your enemy's aim and explosion range by simply circling them around. One thing that you will quickly learn is how unprepared the enemies are for this and how quickly they can panic from doing this. Some of the most broken examples are spies, demonites and snipers. Spies are just not quick enough to catch up to you, and even if they do, they don't have the reaction time to backstab you before you are out of their range, and don't get me started on trying to cock away with the Deadringer. Demonites on the other hand can do anything when they only have a melee that you can easily outmaneuver and pump lead into them. And that fast sniper can deal with you flanking him every 2 seconds. It's kind of sad actually. In fact, here's a quick list of things that the babyface blaster thrives at. Nah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This weapon isn't all sunshines and rainbows. It has a lot of downsides to it. 2 classes that you might learn to avoid completely are heavies and pyros. Not to mention sentries, and I don't think I have to explain why. Heavy is hard to simply approach due to his high rate of fire alongside his range, making you lose your speed boost almost instantly. This is a different story, however, when you can get a jump on him from behind. In that case, it can actually be a good decision to engage in a battle of reaction times. As for power, you can try to simply ignore the speed boost and try to get as close as possible for 2 quick mid-shots, and this is quite effective unless the player in question knows what he's doing. In that case, the Air Blast plus Flagrant combo will shut you down pretty quick. One thing you gotta remember is that you don't have to be afraid of losing your speed boost in exchange for a cure or survival. Definitely banged and dying on a hill you can defend. Sometimes it might even be better to switch to a double jump method of dodging. It's really all about finding that balance between the 2 playstyles. Something I got to mention is the fact that to make the best use of the Babyface Blaster, you will probably need a bit of help in the form of your other weapons. The most common and effective combo is alongside the Flying Guillotine and the Wrap Assassin. These weapons allow you to gain a significant amount of your speed boost before engaging in a battle, which is extremely handy. It can be run without it, but at that point you might as well be playing heavy with the rollout speed you will have for the normal standards of a scout. I also don't think I have to mention that this weapon will work best on open maps such as Upwards, Process and Swiftwater. In conclusion, the Babyface Blaster is not a weapon you will be able to pick up right away and have success. However, if you have the required skills for it, I recommend giving it a try. A different discussion is whether at that point you are not just better to profit from using the other primary weapons, but that's for a different time. When you think of the BFB, you think of a badly nerfed weapon. When I think of the BFB, I think of an incredible example of changing a class playstyle and its requirements. We are not the same. If you enjoy these kinds of rants, please interact with this video to allow me to make more. What I presented here is only a fraction of what I could say about the Babyface Blaster. I try my best to put the most important parts in a relatively small format to save you and me the trouble. I hope to be able to make more of these in the future. Quick shout out to these people for making this video possible, and if you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments how wrong you think I am. See you next time.